The Tigers played two of their longest rivals this past week. The Tiger Basketball Report, brought to you by the Green Turtle, starts now. Welcome to another edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And coach, the Tigers at Delaware and at Drexel this past week, two of the longest running rivals that Towson has in their history. In the Delaware game, we saw something from you that I don't think we have seen since maybe your first year, and that is you had to call 2 timeouts in the first 7 minutes of the game because Delaware just came out lights out.
Yeah, give them credit. Obviously, it was a unbelievable environment there on national TV, and they shot it early, and I thought we were a tick late or unalert, and I used like 2 in the first 7 minutes. I like how we fought back, but obviously we didn't get over the hump. But they especially Nate Darling, that had a lot to do with it. So yeah, tough loss. We certainly didn't lay down or anything like that, but I didn't like us defensively. I liked how we fought back, but we just it wasn't our night. What
was it that they were doing to create the space to hit the threes?
Yeah,
or was it
I thought
you weren't doing?
You do have to make the shot, so got to give them credit, especially Darling and Allen early. I thought that our issue was we didn't do a good job of transition defense and just unalert, not sprinting. We were jogging a little bit, and then we messed up like 3 or 4 sets and didn't get good shots, and bad shot selection can certainly affect and does affect your transition defense. So, it was someone down 16, used that second timeout, then we climbed back, and I think we got it to 3 twice or 2 or whatever, and we didn't get over the hump coming down the stretch. And I think hopefully the lesson we learned is that when you give a good team some confidence early, then they end up making some plays late and some guarded shots. He made a big shot when maybe it was 6 or a 3-point game, or maybe went from 3 to 6, end of the clock, where it was guarded, but we had kind of let them out of the cage at that point, and they were running free.
All right, so you lose the game to Delaware, and quick turnaround. You got to go to Philadelphia to take on a Drexel team that was 10-2 in the DAC, and that may be the toughest building in the conference to play in, just because it's so compact and it can get loud, and they play there with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, they were playing at an elite level at home. Zach Spiker's done a really good job with them, and we missed a lot of layups early, or shots at the rim. And they had a good spurt at the end of the half. The kid Winter was having a great year, made 2 back-to-back
guarded 2 threes, right? Because he was quiet. He only had 2 points, and then in the last minute he had 2 threes.
2 big threes. So obviously we weren't overly happy at halftime, or I wasn't overly happy at halftime. But to our guys' credit, we really played hard in the second half, and it was a really good team effort, a good win. We guarded the way we're capable of guarding, and obviously Alan Beatran was at a whole different level, which we needed. It was a big win for us to get us to 8-5.
It's funny because before the game, you and I were talking, and you had talked about how guys like Bowie, guys like Riller were going off for 28, 30 points a game.
I looked prophetic, didn't I?
and you said, we need to have a guy do that, and Alan Beatran did it on Saturday.
Yeah, I think one thing I told our guys in the off day when we're doing prep, get ready, is, I like how hard we've competed. Unfortunately, we got to do a better job on marquee guys because it's taken like 30-point performances from Riller and Bowie and Darling to beat us in close games. I told you, I said, yeah, if we get a guy that drops 30, we're winning. And I didn't know he was going to get 31, but we needed those, and he was an absolute monster.
And then we also saw something from you that we have never seen, and that is for the first 6-7 minutes of the second half, you never got off your chair. That's so unscary-like. What was that all about?
I told my wife that Spiro asked if you weren't feeling well. I said, no. I said, they obviously weren't listening to what I had to say in the first half. So I said my good, bad, or indifferent. I said what I needed to say at halftime. At that point, either we're going to do it or we're not going to do it. Our guys did it. And as good as Allen was, like some really good performances from everyone. Our seniors were tough and
Dennis
gritty.
Tunsil with some big plays late.
Dennis and Nakai and Fobbs, did what seniors are supposed to do. And Nick helped us, Chakai, Jason and Charles. You know, it was a good team win, and we needed it.
And again, the Tigers tremendous from the foul line in the ball game. So winning cures a lot of ills, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. We've never not played well or won on that trip. You know, we're always, you know, seems like we head north. We always play pretty good.
All right. Well, the Tigers are heading to a place that has not been kind to them this week when they head to Harrisonburg to take on the Dukes of James Madison. Tune in later this week when we talk about the Tigers game against Regent University and the Dukes of James Madison. For the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry, I'm Spiro Morekas. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Tigers.